Hi guys, this is Luberman Bionik Group President. To all the Prime Minister, President, government around the world, entrepreneur, CEO of among companies, startup, everybody that knows us and follows our activities around the world, let me give you some tech on that podcast concerning be prepared. Government is not prepared. Government is not prepared to the next epidemic. They was never prepared before, and they don't prepare now. They take everything as easy going. They don't learn the lesson. You can see it in America, and you can see it in still in America, even with all the vaccination. And I'll explain where I'm coming from. And you can see in India. So I'm talking about PPE manufacturers in the countries. They don't do that. The only manufacturers, the big one, that we are dealing with them, and we're dealing on trillion to government, to the USA government, Brazil government, India government, China government. It's all come from Asia. We finance on hundreds of billions companies there that build for us gloves and masks and other PPE. Now, as you know, there's a study came out from UN a long time ago, and government know about it because they already did over 20 summits from 1992, and nothing really go ahead with it. Anthrax, that anthrax epidemic came from the reason of climate change. Under the ice around the world that melt now, there's thousands of species and epidemic can come from that. A lot of viruses come from it. Now it's all melt. Now concerning climate change, they're talking and they're meeting and they have a nice flight with a nice private jet, a nice hotel, but nothing happened. Nothing happened. They don't come to action. And to close that gap, we're coming with a webcast with all the experts. They know the answers and they know our program. By the way, in our programs, there's 50 companies, the biggest in the world, an organization, the biggest, that want to put and finance with us together. We start with 5 trillion. We're going to double it after 1 year to 10. There's a big organization that already point us that they want to come with us with 100% that we finance and give a lot of trillion into. So we're going to be very, very powerful powerhouse of finance. Besides the powerhouse of energy technologies and space mega mining technologies and satellite and all the things that are necessary now in the world, and mostly oil. We are very, very, very strong with oil. We can predict many things with oil, what's going to happen in industries, and we're using it a lot. Saying all these things, when I talk about preparation, if something happens, it's going to happen again next spring or even before. You see, when Bill Gates says it's going to happen, we said 3-4 years before it's going to happen. And I said, mark my work in all social networking. Well, 100 million people follow us. They knew that. And we get so many questions. How did you know? How did you know? Now, when a pandemic coming in. Because it's easy to think like that. It's easy to see it. Remember on my team, there's 125 people. Just on my team that work closely 24/7. But around we have many thousands of employees around the world. So on a project that we do. And so bearing in mind that that when I say to them, when everybody's thinking the same way, nobody's thinking. Excuse me. In the government around the world, and we're working closely with them, we always meet people that really doesn't understand if you're thinking different. They don't understand. They get paid check by monthly for years. They are coming to position of power after 20-30 years working as a secretary. And now they need to take decision of entrepreneur or private sectors that create so much money to the company, and they know how to do that. And they don't see the benefit of different thinking or be prepared. They don't know. They've never been army commanders. They never understand that life and life at stake on it, and they just take it for granted. They think it's not going to happen to me. That's what happened with Donald Trump administration. They was thinking the epidemic, it's not epidemic. And they convinced people, 50% of American citizens think that the epidemic, it's a flu. Wrong. Because the leader was, give them false information. Epidemic, it's very serious, take it very seriously, guys. But, about the vaccination. Vaccination is good. It's proved that it's working, but it's not the only one. You need to use technologies. You need to build manufacturers around the countries of PPE. You need to be prepared. That's concerning PPE. So that's my take on that today. Excuse me. So I give you a story about PPE. We was working on PPE deal for the government, the administration of Donald Trump, with the awards guide from IDIQ. IDIQ, it's a program of the Treasury Department in the United States. So you can buy future commodity to government, sell them in any amount and any quantity, and they don't ask questions. It's under the Emergency Act. And we deal with it in a big amount. So it was the $2 trillion deal. Our law worked on it for a month with the lawyers, with the other sides of the lawyers. And when the time came to do transaction, the government didn't put money in. We asked why, so we understand that the Biden government didn't want to continue with that funding because it's come from Donald Trump. Big mistake. It's a decision of ego. Why? What do you kill? Why you didn't go ahead with it? I mean, it's coming to you. You're gonna have glove for the next 20, 30 years. The deal was $2 trillion. And it was, I think it was around $21 after taxes. So it was, make the math, it was about almost $4.5 trillion deal. This is only for the USA government. We're dealing with all over the world, the government, Brazil, India, all of them. Korea, Singapore, big countries. Arabia Saudi, Dubai, name it. We're dealing with 100 countries. So that's one of the things I said. You took a shot of decision and you're not prepared. You didn't think right. Concerning space mega smart cities, we're coming to close the gap that government really exhausting cities when they need budget to convert to be green sustainable. So now you have a new papa, Bionik Group, will give you $5 trillion there's 10,000 cities around the world. If we need, we're going to double it to 10. So each city going to get $20 billion if we like the pilot, if it's green sustainable. Tuned to our, and we have 50 organizations want to bring them power with us together. So we're getting very powerful now. And technologies and energy technologies and space mine technologies and satellite, all the 9 yards. So bearing in mind that tuned to the webcast, it's going to be with a lot of officials and experts from UN and others. We have a list that of 200 guests coming in, powerful. And until the next time, stay safe, be prepared with everything you say and do. Be prepared, even when it comes from your mouth, be prepared. Concerning the tax in America, we're going to talk some other times. I have some tech to that. It doesn't make sense. But I'm going to explain next podcast. All the best, Ron Luberman, Bionik Group President.